Good morning. Happy Sunday. Today is December 13th. And I wanted to jump on and record this real quick for my YouTube channel, but I'm also going to be posting it to Facebook. So if you're watching on my YouTube channel, Polishing My Ministry, and then I'm putting it on my Facebook page, my personal page, my business page, which is Transformation Project Academy, and then on my ministry page, which is the Movement to Wait, you're going to see it all on all of these pages, on the Fight Club and the Prosperous Hands VIP, all these pages, because I got a whole bunch of pages just a whole bunch of stuff. So, because I got a lot going on, but I wanted to record this so that I can put it on all those platforms. And so wherever you're watching this from, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for so much for clicking. Especially if you're watching it on YouTube, make sure that you like and subscribe. I wanted to do this live on YouTube, but because I don't yet have 1,000 subscribers, I can't do it live yet. So if you want to help me, that'd be great. Of course, if you like it. If you don't, that's cool too. But I wanted to talk about this love-hate relationship that I have with the imposter syndrome. And if you don't know what the imposter syndrome is, let me tell you. So it is imposter syndrome, aka fraud syndrome, is what the dictionary says. And it basically is just this. Let me read you the definition. So it's a psychological pattern in which an individual doubts their skills, talents, or accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. And I literally have a love-hate relationship with this syndrome. And it's a beast. And which is why it took me so long to get on here. Like I was supposed to do it on Thursday, then I talked myself out of it. Then I was supposed to do it on Friday, and then I talked myself out of it. And then yesterday, and I talked myself out of it. And then today, I almost did. Like I did. I've recorded this already once for a whole 10 minutes, and then I guess I can only record for 10 minutes, but I didn't know. So I'm talking, and it stopped. So I'm going to get this out in 10 minutes, in less than a little more than 7 at this point. So my love-hate relationship with the imposter syndrome. First of all, I hate the syndrome because it's stupid. Like, especially after being in a traumatic relationship, like a trauma bond is what it is called. I was in a 20-year relationship with a gentleman. And most of you know me, and you're going to probably put 2 and 2 together, but oh well. I was in a 20-year relationship with a narcissist. And this is no shade on him, especially for those of you who may watch this, and maybe he would even watch it, But I spent so much time in this relationship trying to find my identity in this man, right? And he wasn't the only one. Like for whatever reason, that's just, call it daddy issues or whatever you want to call it. But I found myself looking for who I was in him. So if he thought I was pretty, then I was pretty. If he didn't, then I wasn't. If he thought I was enough, then I was enough. If he didn't, then I wasn't. If he thought, especially in regards to the imposter syndrome, if he thought my accomplishments were great, then they were. But if he didn't, they weren't. And I just put so much into trying to be who he would accept. And I wasn't working on who I wanted to be, really. I didn't know who I was, And so I hate the imposter syndrome because the imposter syndrome wants me to believe that I'm not enough. Like the imposter syndrome is me telling myself that I'm not enough, that I can't do it, that I haven't done enough, that I can't coach people, I can't coach women recovering from traumatic experiences, recovering from trauma bonds. Like I just was in, like I've come out of that. I've been able to sever those ties. And as much as it hurt, like to this day, like I miss him, like, and I feel like I miss him because I miss the fantasy of what our relationship was supposed to be, like what I thought our relationship was. I miss him. In all honesty, I probably just miss his wanting, like hearing his opinion of me. And even though it wasn't a good opinion all the time, I probably miss that too. The mind is something else. But I love the imposter syndrome because at this point in my life, it's pushing me and making me to realize that I am enough. And pushing me to make it be quiet so that I can get on here. The imposter syndrome makes me be okay with like pushing, how do I say, like denying the imposter syndrome helps me to just jump on here without no lashes, without slicking my edges down. You know what I'm saying? With my eyebrows being bushy. Like the imposter syndrome tries to make you feel, or me feel, I'll say me feel like, oh, what if people find out that my lashes aren't really this long? Or I don't want to get on here without putting my lashes on first. And I need to slick my edges down. And, it's just all that's not necessary. This is me, right? This is how I look probably most of the time. Especially like walk around the house. Like this is my sweater that I just walk around the house. I've gotten comfortable in it. If I don't wear my robe, I wear my sweater, and I've just have developed this relationship with this imposter syndrome that like I said, is a love-hate relationship. And if you are struggling like in a trauma bond, in a relationship, maybe you don't even realize that you're being abused, but if you're struggling in a relationship where the other person, like man or woman, if you're struggling in a relationship where the other person is always talking about what you don't do right, always talking about, like I was getting, like he would be on me about how, like not checking the mail every day, or about so when I park, I stay in the car for a minute, and he'd be on me about that, like why am I not getting out the car right away? What's taking me so long to get out the car? Just all of these things, and I was just doing so many things wrong, and it's like, well, dang, do I do anything right? Like, do you see anything in me that's right? And every once in a while I'll get a compliment, but the majority of the time it wasn't a compliment. And I was already like internally feeling some type of way about myself. And so the things that he would say to me would just make those things even louder. And I just want to encourage you, like, if you are in a relationship that way, like, you don't have to stay there. If you are in a relationship where the other person is making you feel like you're not enough, like your accomplishments aren't enough, like you are not skilled and not talented, like you do not have to stay there. But it's going to start with you. It's going to start with you changing your mind about where you are, who you are, and what you are doing with your life. So just know that you don't have to stay there. Again, Polishing My Ministry is the YouTube channel. Go on there, like, subscribe, and Transformation Project Academy is the Facebook page for the Transformation Project, and www.transformationproject.academy is the my website. You can go on there and follow my testimony. I do a blog on there. Thank you so much for, like I said, clicking on here and listening. Like, if you need me, I'm here. Message me, whatever. And just have a wonderful day. And don't let the imposter syndrome steal your shine. Don't do it. Thank you so much. I love you all. Have a wonderful week. Bye.